I'm Michael Thacker. I'm an IBM Distinguished Engineer at the IBM Research Haifa. Among my responsibilities over the past couple of years, I've been leading IBM's efforts in storage in OpenStack. I'm an expert in storage and cloud.
Welcome to Bulgaria, Michael, and I see you are here at the Veterinary Academy, where we have the first OpenStack user group meeting in Bulgaria. Tell me, why are you here, and what exactly is your role?
So I was here to talk about IBM's involvement in OpenStack, as well as describe OpenStack in general terms relative to the storage projects, the storage elements of OpenStack projects called OpenStack Cinder, which is the block storage for OpenStack, the element of OpenStack that deals with persistent storage for computation, and OpenStack Swift, which is the object storage for OpenStack. And so I gave a presentation on IBM's involvement in OpenStack, as well as on OpenStack Cinder and Swift, as well as looking a little bit at some of the things we're doing going forward in OpenStack.
So I saw that you mentioned disaster recovery, which is also an important part of the whole project.
Right. So one of the things we've been working on, and I've actually talked about this in the past at OpenStack Summit. So over a year ago in Portland and half a year ago in Hong Kong, I talked about what needs to be done with OpenStack to help mature it, to enable it to provide disaster recovery, an attribute that's really critical for enterprise workloads. Obviously, IBM is interested in enterprise workloads, to provide that in an open, interoperable fashion on an OpenStack cloud.
Thank you, and tell me a little more. Why is OpenStack so important? Why is it such a hot potato, so to say, at the moment, regarding cloud storage and that data? And why is IBM involved in this? I understand that IBM is fully supporting the project, obviously, because you're here also.
Right, so IBM is fully involved in OpenStack. In fact, IBM is a founding member and a platinum sponsor of the OpenStack Foundation. IBM, is along with with the others who are, gold and platinum sponsors in the OpenStack Foundation, believe that an open, ubiquitous infrastructure as a service platform is critical for the users, for the customers. Right? This enables interoperability, prevents lock-in. It means that there can be a common infrastructure, a common platform for infrastructure as a service that can be used for private clouds, and then you can use that same infrastructure in a public cloud, as well as hybrid clouds, which combine the private cloud and the public clouds.
What are the main features, benefits for professional and end users that they will gain from the OpenStack project?
So from the end user's perspective, right?
Exactly.
So I think there's two ways to answer that question. First is, what do you get from using a cloud, right? Cloud gives you the ability to self-provision. It gives you the flexibility. You don't have to wait, put in a request to IT, wait 6 months for them to get back, and then it's no longer relevant. You need resources. You say, give me these resources. Right? Now that's what you get from a cloud. The second part of the answer is, why OpenStack as opposed to some other cloud? Well, why OpenStack is because it's open, it's interoperable, it avoids lock-in. It means what I do with OpenStack, I'm not committing forever. It's not, a Catholic marriage with, a particular vendor. It is an ability to, have something that's interoperable that I can take from one vendor to another vendor. There is a large number of vendors. If you look at the set of sponsors, obviously IBM is not the only, platinum sponsor. Many of our competitors are there, and within the OpenStack community, we collaborate and cooperate with these competitors. Of course, when it comes to business, we obviously compete with our competitors. But it means that our customers, our clients, and the clients of our competition are not locked in. And if they're unhappy, with one vendor, they can go to another vendor and keep their processes and keep their way of working with the cloud.
And maybe last a question out of curiosity. What about Internet of Things? What about the future of the cloud and the Internet of Things and the end user? as a private citizen, so to say?
Okay. So I think, Internet of Things is clearly a key piece, and lots of people talk about CAMs, cloud, analytics, mobile, social, security, right? And a lot of the data that's coming into a cloud is coming from things. It's coming from the billions, the hundreds of billions of devices. It's coming from the billions of smartphones. And all of this data needs to be stored, it needs to be analyzed, it needs to be processed, and it needs to be elastic. And a cloud such as OpenStack provides the infrastructure to enable it.
Well, it has been a very interesting talk with you, and I thank you very much, and wish you a nice day in Bulgaria, in Sofia, and hoping to talk to you more again, maybe.
Thank you.
Have a good day.